or say something here in the chat. I know it takes a little bit more, like 10 seconds for me to start. I guess for the video to get caught up, but I just want to make sure again that that you can hear me and you can see me, since last time you couldn't. Okay, so hello, Deborah and Carrie and Adrian and Tara and Nicole. Well, good morning to you, Miss Nicole. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I see that Adrian is freezing. That sounds very, very cold. I don't know how cold we are right now, but we are there. And Saturday and Sunday, we are looking at a really, really cold snap. I think that Saturday the high is going to be like 4 and that's 4 Fahrenheit, and the low is going to be like -11, -15, minus, I don't know really. I completely like forgotten. I just know that I have to figure out how to help the poor chickens. So I hope you all stay warm. Those of us that are going to get the cold snaps. Hi, Anita. I am glad you guys can hear me. So looks like I'm getting a better understanding of how this software works. We're not totally best friends anyways. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sad. And it's going to be like the whole weekend, and supposedly we're going to get like 10 inches of snow, so we'll see how it all ends up working. Just as always, just a quick reminder that our prayers are there for California and then also for North Carolina. It's been a really, really complicated last few months, and I'm just hoping that things kind of stabilize a little bit. Yeah, so I see that we are all getting a little bit of the cold, Rosie and Carrie. That's why I started a little earlier. So same as always, I was running late. I had to send some things, and I hadn't been able, and waiting for somebody to send me something. You know how that goes in work. And so I'm like, no, I'm going to set this up for 6:15, so it gives me a little bit extra time. But in the end, we all made it. I finished on time, and I was actually here sooner rather than later. If you guys want a free catalog, please let me know. Just send me an email at mariascraftingcorner.com. Guys, it's the same. I was able to fix the newsletter. Yay! Well, not fix it. I mean, I was able to find something that would work, and I'm very happy with that. Hey, Donna, how are you? And so, that's where we're at. If you want something, just let me know. There are, same as it has been, like 100 things going on in Stampin' Up. I've told you already, guys, I can't keep up. But I did order the Storybook Moments Suite. Is it how it's called? Yes, the Storybook Moments Suite, and I love it. I absolutely love the old vibe. It's just super, super cute. And on top of that, I don't really have any I'm gonna bring the stamps in. Any stamp that resembles these like old vibe. So I decided to order it. It's really, really cute, and if you don't have it, it's totally worth it. It comes with dies. I did order the dies. I don't know where they're at right now. I did not use it for here because the suite brings, and I'm going to bring, and you probably all know this because this is not a new thing, and it's right there. The suite brings like these cutouts with all these beautiful animals, and just really, really beautiful cutouts. And I did not order the suite. I think I told you that, guys, that last week. I ordered the Storybook Friends, the dies, the paper, because I really liked it, and the plaid paper too. I think it's called Forever Plaid or something like that. And that's what we're going to be using today. Here's the plaid. I can, first of all, I'm a plaid girl, right? I can't help it. And it just has such beautiful patterns. So, hey, Elizabeth, how are you? So, you know, it's just a really beautiful set. I really like this. And what this means to me is that I can get into some more intricate, how you call this? Some more intricate cards or mini albums, because some of these is already made, so I can use this kind of to play with my mini album, and that's what I decided to go for. So I have a kiddo. Hi Kim, welcome. I have a, it's not really a nephew. One of those things that I don't even know. He's related, and they actually live in, I want to say they live in New York. And so I decided I'm going to make this kind of like tiny little mini album, like welcome baby mini album, and that's what we're going to do today. It is on the longer side, so my thought is we're going to do the actual mini album, so like I guess the foundation, and then we'll add the layers. So those of you that will need to leave, because it's going to take us a little longer, you at least see how it's built, and then the decorations in the end will be really up to you and how you want to decorate it, right? So we are going to start. Let me say another thing. The initial, and I actually want to post it here in the chat, so let me add it real quick. I saw these from a lady from the Netherlands. I don't know what I'm going to say. And her her website, her crafting website is called Joy's Crafts. She uses a, I want to say 11, I think it's 11 and a half, and that's the one I'm going to end up using. I made a few adjustments to the measurements. So let me start with saying by the measurements, obviously they're in centimeters, so I did some of that translation. I changed some of the things because I wanted to make a little bit of changes, but the main thing is her, hey Kiwi, how are you? Her card, or her mini album, the base of the mini album was 11 and a half inches. And so the first change I did, I made it so we could use just a regular standard measurement cardstock, the 11 by 5 by 8 and a half, and it works really well. But as you guys can probably imagine, Maria just may add layers and add this thing and add the other thing, and what ends up happening is I ended up with a very thick mini album. So I just want to tell you, like if you're going to use less layers, then it's going to, like, you can use the 11 by 5.5 version. I did change it to the 11 and a half, so I could use, so I could like add layers, because hello. Now that said, the only measurements that are going to change, and you'll have all those measurements I will add the link here to in the description, and you'll link you to my blog, and you'll be able to at least get those measurements. The mini album itself does not have a whole lot of details, but you're going to need, in this case, this is an 11 and a half by 5.5 piece, and this is Lost Lagoon. And we are going to, maybe, there we go. We're going to do the scoring. So we're going to score at, I just want to make sure this is correct, guys, because yeah, at 2.5. And what I did is I try to keep all the measurements the same. So meaning, the only difference is going to be the measurements where we score in here, but the rest of the layers and the rest of the stuff are going to be the same measurements. So it's really just one change you'll have to do. Okay, so we're going to align the 11.5 side towards the top of the trimmer. We're going to go ahead and align at 2.5, and we're going to score, and then we're going to move to 3. In the other version is just 1/4 of an inch, so you will move just to 2 3/4. And now we are going to, and you can do this either way, guys. So you can either go to 8.5, which would be the other one, or we can just turn it around and do the same measurement. So whatever feels better, it is included in those measurements that I mentioned, that, you know, in the blog. So bottom line, you will score at 2.5 and 3, and then it will move to 8.5 and 9. Or you just turn it around, whatever works best for you. Okay, so that is the first step. We are going to have a 5x5 mini album. You can make this a little bigger if you want to change and play with measurements. I decided 5x5 is good enough, but just because I am this person, I just want to make sure it is 5x5, and it is. It's going to be 5x5. Okay, so that first piece is very simple, and now we're going to need 2 other pieces that I am not seeing here. I'm just glad I have some extras in here because I just kind of knew this was going to happen, I guess, huh? We're going to need 2 pieces of, I'm looking for them, 10 3/4. So I'm going to grab this one here. Sorry, guys. So we're going to need 10 3/4 by 5.5. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to cut these at 5.5. And then we're going to cut at 10 3/4. And yes, this is not a, how would you say? So this is a mini album where you're going to spend or utilize some of the paper, or some of your cardstock and some of your paper. Again, this is, for me, this is a gift, so I'm really happy about this idea. And in these 2, we're going to score at 2 3/4. Okay, and then we're going to score at 8.25. Okay, so, and we're going to do the same thing, guys. It happens to me more often. I have to tell you, I was very excited about creating these. It took me a little to get to the measurements like I wanted them, and so what that meant is it took me, again, some time on Sunday afternoon to kind of like work this out. Okay, we said 10 3/4, guys. I don't know why all of a sudden it's evading me. Am I right? Yeah. I'm just making sure this is the same things. Ha! There you go. And we're going to score again at 2 3/4 and at 8.25. Okay. Making sure it's all good. And again, kind of like similar to what I was saying with the other one, if you don't want to extend the arm of your, you know, I forgot the name of it, of your trimmer, you can just turn around because these should be the same. So I'm just going to make sure that that's happening. 2 3/4. So maybe I have that measurement wrong. Let me just make sure I have this. Okay, let me see. So let's see, this one was at 2 3/4. See, guys, that's why you have to double check your measurements sometimes. And if I go back here, yeah, I think that one has a tiny bit of, so it looks like it would have to be 8. I just want to make sure this is right where it needs to be. I may have put this wrong, guys. Let me check. No, it's fine. This one was smaller. Okay, so 2 3/4, and let me see. Sorry. Yeah, so 2 3/4, and it goes to 8. So instead of 8 1/4 is 8, guys. And I'm going to come here and correct this. So when I finish typing the blog, I correct that. Okay, hopefully this is correct. Bottom line, what we need, I'm going to move that out of the way. What we need is for these to be the same. So these 2 pianos need to be scored at the same, and yeah, this one needs to be scored as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's getting really cold, guys. I hope you're all staying warm and you're all staying safe. Those of us are in the cold. Kiwi's so funny. Okay, so bottom line, and I'm sorry about that. What we need is these 2 pianos, and I'm going to fold this so you have an idea. Let me bring my bone folder, which is hiding somewhere. These 2 pianos need to be the same, and yes, they overlap, and I prefer them overlapping just because of the extra stuff that I'm putting. So that should be okay. And I just want to make sure, because I have, of course, the panels for these already set up around here, and I just want to make sure they are correct. There. Yeah, this looks okay. Perfect. So there's that. So again, it would be then 2 3/4, and then 2 3/4. Okay, and there we go. I am not concerned about that score line because we're going to decorate this, so not a big concern. So we have 2 pianos. I'm going to bring here the mini album part, and you will see here in a little bit that this does not like touch each other, and we're going to create just a fun option, I think. So anyways, okay, what I found very funny, and I hear I see Adrienne saying that she loves Lost Lagoon. It's so funny because I didn't realize how much, I mean, I liked it very much. It's like this, has this like old feel, right? But yeah, I've been doing a lot of projects with Lost Lagoon. So this is how this is going to look. So we have our 1/2 inch area here that will help us with all the layers we're going to put. And then these would be the panels for our mini album. Now, the other 2 things we're going to need, and I'm sorry, there's all my little pieces, is 2 pieces of 1/2 inch scored at 1/4 inch. So score in half, right? So I'm going to go ahead and fold this, and we're going to fold them, and we're going to give these a good just a good push. There are other options, so you can do these a little bit different. I saw, and I think she may be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Let me see, because I have her website open, I think. Yeah, and she's also, no, I think she's from Germany. But she's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but she does it a little different. I just like this version better. It's the same mini album, just done different ways. So this is what I'm going to call the mechanism, because this is going to help us attach these 2 pieces into the quote-unquote album. Okay, so all we're going to do is I'm going to bring glue. Obviously glue is easier in this case, guys. I was using my glue yesterday. I'm just wondering if how I left this. It's not working. So I still have one of my very beloved long little nails, or how you call this, guys? I forgot. Pins, I think. And these have always been my saviors, right, when it comes when it comes to opening my glues. But it was my mistake. I just left it not really good care. So what we need, guys, to do in here, and I am going to cheating here. Remember that before I tend to do like 2 and 3 options, and I have not lately. Like, I decided to do less, and so yeah, it is what it is. So we'll figure it out together. Straight bean. Thank you, Adrian. We're going to add 1 glue, maybe. It's really rebellious today. Maybe it's almost done. Ooh, that would not be good. Okay. Let's try number 2. It seems like there's some glue there, so let's hope for the best. I do have the other one, like I said. It did. So we're going to go ahead and add glue in here, right? And we are going, so here's our piano, and we are going to add these to our, and maybe I'll be able to do this. Let me see how to do this. These to our, how do we call page? This is one of the main page. So we have 2 main pages, and yes, we do. That's why I'm using glue. We really want to make sure that this is well aligned, so because they all measure 5.5, right? So we just want to make sure it's well aligned. And same as we have talked in the past, we also want to make sure that these is not right there where this core line is at, because then it kind of makes it bulkier. So okay, so that should be getting glued. Okay, I'm going to go in the back so it glues better. So we have our first one, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put him like this and add the other on the other side. Even if I'm mistaken, it will help me get it straight for whatever reason. I guess at this point in time, it does not make a whole lot of difference, because we don't know where's, I guess the top and the bottom is not defined, and so we can play around it. But if you, like I do usually, add the layers before I put it together, then you will need to be careful about that. So let me bring my glue again, and we'll go ahead and add more glue. And we're going to bring this back out. So like I said, there you go. So this one is on one side, this one is on the other side, and it is just to make it easier for me, making sure this is, whoops, maybe well added, something fell somewhere in the house, that this is aligned, the top and the bottom, right? So it just looks pretty straight. And now we're going to bring our bone folder and just make sure that that's that glue is kind of dispersed all over, or distributed. I'm taking a little bit of that in there, and so that's what it is. But can you see that this core line is fairly I mean, you can't see it, right? And so it just helps a little bit. This is going to get pretty thick, and so that's why I want you to be aware. Now, the next step is we're going to add glue to this piece, right? And we're going to glue it on the second score line. So both of them on the second score line. Okay, so this is going to go right here, and then the other one is going to go on this side. Now, I'm going to say that actually in this case, you can decorate these areas, but you obviously can't decorate the center in here, because we're going to add this, and we want to hide these extra, right? So, okay, what I did in the past is just, I kind of like, let me see, here it goes. So there's the second score line. I know it's harder to see. I should have done this with, there you go. Here's the second score line. I'm holding here, and then I'm just going to again move towards the score line, making sure it's as straight and as just aligned with the top and the bottom as possible. And let me bring this back up here. So there you go. So that one is, I'm just going to, obviously we have to wait a little bit. I shouldn't be moving it too much. And we're going to wait, and I'll show you here in a minute how that looks once it's totally dry. And now we're going to do the same with the other side. So let me see this way. So we're going to add glue to the other panel of that mechanism. Not that, sorry, right there. And then we are going to add this here just right against the score line. I figured it's kind of complicated. Maybe this is easier to see. Can you see better? I don't know if you guys can really see better. So now here we go again. I am attaching this one in there. And there it goes. Okay. So it is right next to the score line and it is attached. Oh, don't worry. I hope you feel better, Tara. I'm sorry you're not feeling the best. And now I'm going to come back out, right? And then we're going to kind of make sure, see, like it moved a tiny bit, and we need to make sure that this is well aligned on the top and on the bottom. Oops. Okay, so this is pretty much the album. So what's going to happen is this one closed like this, the other one closed like that, and there. And now we have to add the last piece, which we'll add here in a minute, but I want you to have an idea. Actually, I can probably add this. And the last piece for the whole album is a piece that measures 4.5 by 5.5. And so we're going to add this. And so let me put this back in here like that. So what's going to happen is this is going to have a tiny space in here. We're going to be able to use, I'm going to use in this case, ribbon, and then we'll be able to decorate. So this is the basic part of the album. I am actually going to put, let me see, there we go. I'm standing this. I'm going to put the glue in here because that way I don't put glue where I don't need to put glue. But at least in here I'm going to put some glue, and oops. And now I'm going to add this extra piece, and this extra piece goes just right against that score line. And there we go. And again, we're trying to make sure that it is aligned at the top and at the bottom and right against the score line. Okay. And so there we go. We're going to give these a couple of seconds to, sorry guys, to make sure it is all glued. But that's the basic album. So for those of you that don't have time, you just got it. It's very easy. And it really looks amazing once it's decorated. You can, like, there you go. So you have page 1, page 2, and then we'll have some extra pages in here. Wait. In here, we'll have some extra area to decorate, right? And then, of course, in this area and this area. So it's a lot of fun, guys. And it does not take a whole lot to make, I guess, the foundation by itself, okay? So I'm going to start decorating the inside. I have those panels already done. Yes, there is a lot of cutting. If you are me and if you like to put layers over layers, you probably know that. Oh, Kiwi, I'm envious. No cooking here. And so I really like the option of adding layers. You all know that, so that's what we're going to do. You'll see I'm actually following my other mini album. So the other mini album is going to be a gift for one of my daughter's birthday. And I know I told you guys that they have 2 kiddos that their birthdays are in February, and the other 2 kiddos are in June. So it's kind of like pretty what's the name, pretty centralized in two different places. So I have here, so you'll need, and I'll bring here, so these flap measures 2.5, and you're going to need then two different layers, one for the front and one for the back. And I am using again that beautiful plaid. I'm really loving these. I forgot to say this, and if you oh really, Kiwi, that's interesting. I'm glad you guys are liking it. So let me put the other mini album. And you guys are going to have a blast with that. If you bought the Story Moments Suite or their paper, the background is not white or very vanilla. It's actually basic beige. And I don't know if you guys can see it. So the layers, as you can tell here, the layer is not white, it's basic beige. And that's important, I think, if you're like kind of a stubborn person like me. So again, I cut then two, so you'll need two pieces of I have order measurements here so I don't mess it up. 2 3/8 by 5 3/8. So the length is almost all of them are going to be 5 3/8 and 5 1/4, right? Because they're more or less the same length. Not they're more or less, they're all the same length. There's very little variation there. And then we have, and I'm sorry guys, I have all my pieces here. It's a little disorganized, so I ask for forgiveness ahead of time. And of course I can't find the other one, so let's start by moving all the paper I have here. You can all laugh. I know, it's like every time I lose things and they don't appear. Okay, I have them. I found them, guys. I found them. Oh yeah. I see, Adrian, your birthday in February too, huh? Yeah, it's a great month. I really like it. I just find it funny that, you know, I have both, I mean, they're divided. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Good, good. I'm glad you guys are liking it. I think that once it just kind of makes a little bit more sense. So I know this is going to take us some time. So again, those of you that don't need to stay to see the whole decoration of it, but you know, if you want to stay, cool. But I know this is long and we have to do add a few layers and do some decorating and some fun stuff in here. My thingy here is really, really rebellious. I'm not sure why. I think I'm just starting to... I've used all my glue, which makes sense, right? I do use a little glue, and I'm just surprised actually that I still have some of it, because that's the original that came with the thing. The My Sweet Petunia scratchy thing. I forget how it's called, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna make this like this, and I'm gonna put this so you guys can see it coming to life. So I am using from that same there it goes. From that same paper, I am using another piece to decorate these. These, you're going to need 4 pieces, because you need one for the front and one for the back or the inside. This is being really problematic there. There we go. And those are 5/8 by 5 3/8. And then the inside will be 5 by 5 1/4. So, I'm not sure why it's so rebellious. It's fine, guys. It's gotta be that I'm almost out of glue, which is totally normal. It actually, thank you. I'm glad you're not going anywhere, Adrian. Actually, the Sweet Petunia cutting thingy, because I always forget its name, I mean glue thingy, brings 2 different bottles. And the other bottle actually has a bigger ending. I don't know how to call it, but so you can, you know, you have, or a different pouring things, so it's easier for some of these bigger options. And I think this one is already, this one did not have glue, and this one is actually the Tombow. It has it already set up just in case I need it. So look at me being a little preventive, huh? Okay, so, and then the one that's going to go inside here, it's already cut too, and I am keeping kind of this pattern of decoration. So we're going to be using these paper pattern, and then these plaid. And there's another one that another paper that I'm using that belongs to, goodness, Serene Love, and that's a new paper that was put out I think in December. It's kind of like papers that have been really successful, not successful, that people really like the patterns, and that and what they did is they just changed the colors. So I bought it because I really like, so that one, Serene Love, uses, I forgot, Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon, and I want to say it's Old Olive, and that's just color combinations that I like very much. And so I decided to get it because it's just, you know, I just think it's going to be really beautiful in general to use. But there's something that they have, and is that the back, and I can bring some things. So you have like a very busy, or a busier, you know, flowery area, and then the back is much more muted. And I love when you have that combination because it works really well when you're mixing and matching papers. It just helps a lot. So this is our main combination. We're going to do the same in here. So this is going to open like this, and we're going to have the same, I think so anyways. Oh, I think I have not cut that one. Oh no, I did. Here it is. Sorry guys, I'm just here. And then, so we're gonna, again, we're gonna have the same colors. So it's going to be fairly, I want to make sure, it's going to be fairly, we'll have continuity. I was trying to think of the right word, but I can't remember. But it's going to be then easier, like it's easier pattern wise for the eyes, I think. And yeah, you're gonna like it. So going back to the other one that I did, so because I am not doing the come on guys, the paper pumpkin kits. Okay guys, I think my friend here has had better days maybe, so I'm going to use the other one. And I have to be careful with this one because this is going to spew glue, I'm pretty sure of that. So see, the moment I said I have to be careful, there it comes. So let me use my hand here because that was quite a lot of it. Okay, I'll have to be very careful with this because otherwise we're gonna end up adding a lot of glue in here. Okay, there we go. Not ideal, but there it goes. Okay. So going back, I was telling you about the paper pumpkin kit. Of course, I'm still receiving the paper pumpkin kit, but I am not making the Fridays. And so part of what I told you last week is what I am hoping is to use the paper pumpkin kit to do the alternatives. So that is what I'm doing. And you'll see here in a bit that I used the color or the flowers from the paper pumpkin kit. I really think you're going to like that option. Okay, so now we have, there we go. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add, and I have them here, guys. I have 4 panels. Hopefully, there they are. 4 panels, and these are 2 7/8, no, 2 5/8 by 5 3/8. So all of them, and then it will be 2.5 by 5 1/4. And like I said, we're going to keep that that pattern throughout the setting here. I'm trying to figure out if, and I am guessing that's the thing. Sorry guys, this is really well glued, so I don't want you to see me what's the name of that thing? Using my teeth to open this. Okay. Yeah, this is empty. That's what's happening in here. So what I want to do here is, I am guessing that I can just change this. And again, it's really well glued, guys. I'm so very sorry about this. Goodness in heavens. Look at my poor hands. I just think that this is going to be a disaster. And let me see if I have a tool or something here. And that tool always ends up being my teeth, and I don't want you to see me doing that. Ah, maybe this. No, this will not work. There's gotta be something. I just don't want this to ruin my thingy. But I can't open it. Let's see. If this helps, that did not help. I have another thing here. I just wish my husband will come here and save the day. Okay, fine. Not working, so we'll use this. Whatever. Not much we can do about it, can we? We'll just have to be mindful, which I am never too mindful when I'm adding glue. You guys know that, but here we go. Okay. So I'm going to handle it with my hands because I feel that will be more accurate, just because I'll be able to figure out how much pressure I am actually. Oh, you're very good. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I'll go ahead and glue this and we'll see how we roll. I just don't want it to be super late, and yeah, these has a lot of stuff, and we're already 6 o'clock, almost 7. So let's see. Okay, so you guys are getting the idea of how this is going to look. Okay, and by the way, it is a little hard, so I may bring the silicone, that's a really good one, to see where you're putting like the edges. So use something to create that contrast. Otherwise, you know, it's a little bit hard. It's not impossible, but it's just harder. And once you do that, it's so much easier to glue your layers. Okay, so we have our layers going here. There we go. And now we're going to do the inside area. So all we're adding at this point in time is layers, and that is because we'll have to decorate that, and I just want people to keep an idea of how it's going to look. Of course, the 6x6 papers that we have you know, at Stampin' Up, they tend to be a little small in the sense of utilizing for bigger sets like this, and so I end up using this other one. This is going to be inside here, so you will not really be able to see it once it's closed and only when it's open. I didn't do that with the other one, and I like it better, but I ran out of paper. So there's that. Tends to happen. I think it's going to look okay again, because this is going to be closed, and this piece is 5 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I know I told you that when we were doing the other side. And then I have 4 other pieces in here, guys, that are using that extra paper, and then we're going to add these in here. So one of the things that I really like, again, like I was saying, is that Lost Lagoon does have that like aged feel. I don't know if it's me, but that's how I feel about it. And so I really like how they made that combination in the paper with the basic beige and the animals and all that. So it really looks beautiful. If I would have time, really, I would have kind of gone through the edges of all of them, but they're far too many, and so I feel that I just didn't want you know, honestly, I just didn't have time. Let's just go with it. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know what? The other thing I really like about this is that it has the scrapbooking paper, and the it is one of those scrapbook workshops, and I am really liking those workshops. So I also got that. I know I shouldn't, but I think I'm if I don't use it all like right now, this is one of those papers that I will gladly save and use at some other point, just because it's so inspiring to me, right? Like the little animals. I just love it, guys. I can't deny it. I just love it. Okay. And oh, here's the other one. It's not attached. So who receives here the paper pumpkin kit? I'm just wondering if you guys see the same thing, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute when I'm finished with this and we're able to see the other version of it. Okay, so this is it. This is the inside, the front, I guess the main inside. I don't even know how to call it. And we are going to, we have, you know what? Actually, I don't think I cut that one. That's brilliant of me. Sorry, guys. I guess cutting is fine. We'll need another one. No, so we did cut at least this one. Is it? I know, I'm lying, guys. This one belongs here, so we need to cut. Let me bring some basic beige. And we are going to need, and this is 5.5 by 5.5. So, I'm thinking this is 5.5. It's not 5.5, of course. So let me grab another piece. And we're going to cut this at 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. And 5 3/8. So then I really want, so we're going to create, you can create this different ways. I really want in this front to say, like, you know, happy birthday, not happy birthday, welcome baby or something. We'll see what I have there around. And then these two will be areas for pictures, but also areas for like kind of have like a story. I hope we'll see what we create. And that's why I was telling you guys that it's going to be a little on the longer side, because there's stuff that I have not decided yet. So, oops, sorry. Okay, why did I say that is not? Okay, I think I'm losing the thread. We're gonna cut another piece. This is just a simple basic white, and it's gonna be 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. Ooh, now I'm envious. So Kiwi is saying the focaccia just went into the oven, and that sounds really good. So I'm going to leave these in here because this is where we're going to stamp, and I'm going to leave an area for writing, and so we're going to leave that out for now. I'm going to bring this one here. This is one of those that we're going to create like a scenery, and I have already a piece of white, so let's go ahead and start working on that. We're going to create very simple, guys. You guys know that when I have these kind of projects, I don't like, well, sometimes I don't overdo it. Sometimes I do. I'm aware, but not in here. So I'm just bringing my pool party, which, by the way, is a really good color, kind of matching wise our Lost Lagoon. And we are just going to, with our blending brushes, just create our clouds, right? And that's what I was telling you guys, that it's so cool to have those cutouts. I just love it. Okay, so just a little bit. It's barely noticeable. I mean, it's much more noticeable in real life, I think, than in the camera. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more. And then we're going to bring just the green. And these, the colors, or the main colors in these paper are old. I don't know if it's old. Yeah, old olive for sure. This is granny apple. Guys, always, you have to give me a second to find my greens, and they always get lost. And of course I don't have them ready, so there's that. Okay, this is apple granny green. It's a similar color to old olive, so we're going to use this one. It'll be fine. So it uses, I have not read the colors, guys, because you're going to laugh. I threw away. You know how it always brings like the, like a little sticker in the plastic bag? Yeah, I threw that away. So there's that. I know you guys will forgive me. So I don't know exactly what colors. Just by looking at it, I would say obviously the Lost Lagoon, and obviously we have Old Olive and Pecan Pie. I think that is Boho Blue, Calypso Coral. So we have a beautiful combination of colors, guys. And so I'm just using these, and this again, this is the Old Olive, but it seems too bright for me, so I'm just going to bring a little bit of Mossy Meadow, and I just wish I knew where my Mossy Meadow is at, because of course it's not around here. That would be so amazing, huh? I know I have most of them. A while back I decided I would have a combination between the, you know, the big blending brushes and the small blending brushes, and between all of them I was going to have all the colors, so I don't have one per size, but at least combined I have them all. I do like the smaller ones better, guys. I don't know what you guys think about it. And I'm just bringing the Mossy Meadow softly in here, kind of create a little bit of depth. Along with the Old Olive. I have to tell you, Mossy Meadow is probably one of my favorite colors of greens. Like, I like all greens, but that one is so beautiful. I don't know. I just saw focaccia and bacon, and I'm like, what am I missing? This sounds really good. Okay, so this is going to go in here, and we're going to add this right up here. Okay, and then we're going to just center in our bigger layer, and then we're going to glue this in here. Okay, so what we are going to create, so I really want this to be kind of like a mini album. I created like some, kind of like the workshop has, right, that says photo here or something. So I created like a smaller one, but you can use the ones from the workshops, which I remember saying I'm going to put them here because I know they're going to be here, and then I'll be able to show them when I need them. And of course I don't remember where that was, but yeah, the workshops do have like little pieces of paper that says photo here or something like that. Don't you wonder where you put things all the time? That is so surprising to me, guys, because I really have them like. Anyways, moving on. So we're gonna make a scene in here, then this will be closed, and then we're gonna make another scene in here, okay? And that way we're able to play along, but that also means that we're going to be able to focus on just areas, smaller areas. So Kiwi is asking, about how much easier, like it is easier for her. She's not asking, she's more like making a statement that to use the round sponge blenders than using the brushes. Maria, love the brushes quite a bit. But I think that that's probably, you know, some of those things that are um, it kind of depends on how you hold things. I'm going to put all this paper somewhere else because I don't know why it is here. And going back to what I was telling you guys, this is where these are amazing and so, so useful. So, because it's a kid, I'm not going to bring my little Mary Had a Little Lamb. But I do have, so I did cut out from the paper a few of these, and so we can create that. So my thought process is I'm going to put that one there, and then they can, I'm going to leave these like that, and so they can use all this area to put probably like a 3x4 picture of the baby. I can even make it lower if they want to use a bigger piece. So I think I'm going to do that using a smaller piece. And there's all these little sorts of pieces around here. I just love it. And I decided also while I was playing with this that I am going to use mainly like squirrels on one side and bunnies on the other. And so I'm going to work in here with the bunnies. So that way, you know, we have some fun. And I have this super cute one little kiddo in there. That's why I wanted this a little higher. So I think that's going to be there. And then we are going to bring, so just because he's wearing, oh no, it's a beet nut. I was going to say, because he's like handing some strawberries, but oh no, it's a beet, sorry. I guess not that. It is so funny how you see things and they are not what you thought. I'm going to bring, so see, we have like a good variety, so I can put this friend in here. And there was another bunny, and here's the other bunny. Okay, and we can put the other bunny here. So we have like a little mini story. I do have some clouds, and this one belongs to, I don't know if it's still available, to the Bright Skies. I absolutely like, I really like the stamp set, but the dies to me are, you know, totally worth it. And so I am thinking actually of bringing this one that we had used in the past. No, that will be too big, so we're going to bring this one here, maybe there on the top, and it's kind of dirty there, so we'll see if this erases it. Oh, so it just got worse. So we have a kind of green cloud, guys. Let's see if I'm able to erase that completely. I don't think so. So we're going to save that for there for a minute. I order, and I am very honest, guys. I really wanted to like these. I did not love them. Like I just did not love the colors. I think they're going to be useful long term for something, right? Of course. But it does have this, and I don't know you guys, but it looks to me like one of those fences too. So I was thinking that I can use one in here and use it like a fence. And that way, you know, just like behind it. I'm thinking, you know, just out loud, just having some good, some mix and matching ideas. So it looks like you're not the only one. I want him like that, and these one are beets. So I am thinking we can put some of these somewhere here in the front, or somewhere here, or she can be in the front. We'll have to decide that here in a minute. So these, by the way, I don't know if you realize that these are squirrels and not rabbits, and I was thinking these were rabbits. So don't mind me. Like, I know what squirrels look like, I swear, and I know what rabbits look like. It seems like I don't have a whole lot of rabbits in here. So being that the case, I think I'm going to change my rabbit in here, and we're going to bring another squirrel. Because, you know, that's how this looks. So I really like, so there is this other squirrel in here. Let me see. So I have this one, and so this one is a cute one. We can, and that's a squirrel, right, guys? I don't know. They seem squirrelish to me. And we can do this in here, and then we can bring, so I have a few of those clouds. To be fully and completely honest, guys, they're leftovers from other, I didn't even have to cut them because I am that person, and I think you all know that I am that person. But then we can bring, actually that means we can use the one that was colored, and we can bring this one on. I don't know, I can still see it. How not appropriate is that, huh? See, I can still see the green. It's so not cool. Anyways, well, I can turn it around. It's not the same, but if you put this on top, it'll be less noticeable, huh? Like that. I don't know. That could be an option. We can get this one in here and that one there. And then that way you have, again, these. Oh, thank you, Renee. Is the chipmunk related? Aren't they related to the squirrels? Please say yes, because I don't think there's another squirrel. So let's see. That means this is also a chipmunk, and so we're just going to change this. I guess squirrels, not enough. But there is this other, this, I would say this is also a chipmunk, so I am going to do this. There we go. So this guy is looking that way, so this guy needs to go here, and our friend needs to go there. And then I'm moving this fence-ish there. And since she's having that, I'm going to bring, so I did cut some of these, you know, just for fun. These are all parts of the DSP, and so I'm just wondering, you know, she already has one there, but I can just add another one there, and or this one right here, you know, kind of like we're working kind of setting. I like that one there, and that way we have, you know, right, I think they're all related. I agree. So this is one version of it, and then I think I'm liking this the way it is right now with this friend in here. Actually, I'm liking it a lot, and so I'm going to leave it like that. What do you guys think? Right? I think that looks cute. Really, you see how easy that came about. So we're using the back of our cloud in here. I'm going to put one lower and then one higher. We're not going to put anything here because the whole goal is for them to be able to put a picture of the baby. And then, whoops, sorry guys. And then this one's going to go higher up there. And we have our friend here. And there we go. So we're going to put that one there. We can probably, I just want to see, I'm going to move this a little higher and then leave this a little lower. So they're not like all at the same level. Just to create some movement in here. And now I'm going to bring a little cottage, and we're going to add this right there. Now, some of the other really cool things that this brings, oh goodness, sure, Kiwi, is it brings a lot of like, not a lot, but a few little butterflies. So you can add some of them, and it brings two in different colors. So I think I'm going to bring that one there, and then that one, no, that one here. So that way we have some butterflies, and I just really am liking where this is at. Okay, so we're gonna add our friend here. Actually, I'm liking this chipmunk because it has that Lost Lagoon color with him, and so I'm really liking it. Okay, we're gonna add our friend right there, and our fake, We don't know what this is, but I'm just putting glue. I know this is a very thick one, so I'm just being very careful where I'm adding glue. And there we go. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yeah, once you do that, there's no more squeaking. So, and for whatever reason, guys, can you tell how funny this is? This fits fairly well in that panel. It's almost like it was created for it, huh? Yeah, mine was, you guys heard it. It was pretty loud and annoying. And I'm just going to bring this one here like that. So we have some, again, all these are just fun decorations, and you can just put this wherever you want them, right? I'm trying not to put anything in here because the whole goal is for the kiddo to, I mean, for the picture of the kiddo to be in here. And I actually forgot, and I did put this all the way through Maria. Anyways, I guess it'll have to be a smaller picture. Remind me next time so I don't make the same mistake. And there we go. So just a really cute and fun option for the baby. Yeah, right? Like I saw it and I'm like, well, that will be useful here. And so yeah, I should have thought about this, but I'm trying to put that, but then it's going to be nasty, so I am not going to do anything else. They can put the picture probably like what, 3x4 will do. So that's that. So anyways, I'm really liking this. So we're going to close this. This one goes in the top, on the top, and actually we have another piece. This is all part of the paper, and it's in here. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, look, it's a chipmunk. That's why it needed to be a chipmunk. So this is part of the paper. You know how they bring those cutouts. And so what I am creating is just an extra area here for us to write, for them to put extra pictures. Like they can decide that, whatever they want or however we want. I'm going to add this chipmunk. This is pretty amazing. I have to say, guys, that this is actually a chipmunk, and that was not planned. I was thinking all in all that it was like a squirrel. And all these measurements again will be included below. So this is a, I want to say, I forgot. I want to say is on the other side, 4.5 by 3. And so this one is 4.5 by 3. This one is a little smaller, and I just made this fit, right? No, I think in the end I cut it this smaller. So this is 4 by 3. So it all kind of fit in the same area. So we are going to glue this, and my thought is we are going to add some decorations as well in here. Okay. And I'm just leaving these. So this is going to be closing. This is going to be hanging out here. Okay. So I'm just going to put on the side, on half of it, right? On this side. And I put it on the wrong side. So why not? But that's fine. No, it's not. Sorry, guys. Don't look at me. I don't know what you're talking about. Renee, how long did that take you? Oh, what did you do, Renee? I was not taking notes. I guess I wanted the other side. So fine. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm being dumb. I'm being a little bit dumb. It's fine. It happens. So this is going to go here. I'm just going to center, and I'm just eyeballing really this, you know, this side, the top and the bottom. Nothing too crazy. It is true that the plaid, sorry, I was reading the comments and got distracted, that the plaid helped us here, right? And so to put it straight, and so now we have this other area here, and that, you know, they can put a tiny picture in here, and then we can add something in there. And I'm just trying to think what else we can add. Let's see, guys. So we have a super cute chipmunk here that we can probably add there, just like that, right? Does that look super cute? Oh, I'm so glad. So I really like this one. We can add that there. We can add something else. So I was thinking that we have these and we can like easily make this one smaller and utilize it here. So let's see. So I am thinking that this is, we said 4, I forget. So I can put this one, so yeah, I think so. This is 4. So I want to say this is probably, let's see, 3. So I'm thinking 3 and, so 2 3/4. That's what I'm cutting initially. And that fits okay. And then this one fits perfect. So the length is perfect. And there we go. So I think that this one ended up being 4 1/4. So the main one. And so I'm going to add these in here for some decoration. They can put the baby here, but it looks really nice on its own, right? And then we'll add that other little chipmunk there. And so there is another area for another picture, and we'll add the chipmunk here, and it just looks so cute. Okay, there it goes. And we'll bring the chipmunk. Yeah. Okay. And so I'm adding these towards the edge in here, all the way towards the edge, like it, you know, that way it looks like it is a coming from there. And I'm just going to cut real quick this little piece in here, and you guys know how much I hate it, so it's never a perfect process, but there you go. So now we have the chipmunks in here having a good day. This one will close and this one will keep here. Then this one is really annoying, and then we'll have another place to put a picture, and then there is extra there. So I am really liking this. We're going to move to the other side, and hopefully I don't make the same mistake. So in this side, and I'm just going to let you guys know right now, I'm using another one of those pieces, and I really like them. So this one is going to look very beautiful in here, just like that. I think. So, and we're going to build the stuff in here. Okay, so the thing itself, however you call it, has a, I think it's another fence, right? Like this is a fence. And so, I mean, we can do several things. I just want to kind of go through this real quick. I keep seeing these and keep thinking this will look so funny like a ladder. So I think we're going to leave that for the other side maybe. But we have here again in the, and I'm just going to leave this like this. So we're going to just kind of build the stuff in here. And I'm just going to bring this one. So, okay, I think I'm going to bring this one like that. We're going to bring those in here. And I'm just going to kind of like create a little village. And then we'll be able to add these in front like that, and that way we don't have to worry much. Yeah, you're seeing what I'm doing. Okay, something along those lines is what I have in mind. There is a variety of things in here that I am losing them all because they all seem to make, oh Renee, I bet, because it's just such a beautiful option. Okay, let me see, guys, because some of them just fell off, so I no longer see what I have available. Okay, so I really like this little mouse in there. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to add a variety of animals in here, and not just, you know, like not keep it with one animal only, I guess. So let's see, we have the big one, and I don't want to use this because they're here, you see. So I don't want to use this one, so I'm going to put that one there. They have a very cute little bunny here, and okay, she can be there. This one can be here. We're moving all our pieces so I don't lose them. I think I want these towards the edge like that. More like that. Okay, this one towards the bottom, totally towards the bottom, and then this one like that, and then we'll bring this one in here on top. That looks cute. Let me see what else we can bring. So there is a variety of flowers and plants and all these things in here, so you can build some scenes, which I have to tell you guys, I really like that. And I don't particularly like that one, but that's fine. Okay, maybe we'll do this, something like that, and then we'll have, yeah, something like that. And we can bring no, this is too big. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure that I like, you guys know me, I'm pretty OCD. If you need to leave, I understand. This is going to take a little bit longer than I expected, and I may not finish it today, just because it's, yeah, it's taking quite a bit of time. We have these big flowers here, and so I'm thinking we can actually like put this in here like there, and leave the bunny. And I'm really liking that. We'll have to finish that. But this one looks good. Let's see. There are some extra gloves. I have a few things that I cut out. And I'm trying to see if something will work in here better. I am not sure if I want two places. I don't know, guys. This is what is kind of like, because I really want them to have a bigger space for a bigger picture, right? And so I can just leave these maybe on its own. That could be an option. Or just put a little house like that could be an option. What you guys are thinking? And then put this one right there. This is a very like, so this picture is harder to mix and match because it's very on it, very I don't know what the word is, on its own, right? So like I'm going to leave that there. I think I'm actually going to remove the house, bring these in here, and then bring something else in here. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's see. We're going to add these because I really like this already. So this one looks good. And I'm going to add some glue around here. I'm going to leave the top without glue so I can, you know, kind of like really look at how I want this flower to be. And then somewhere like that. And then we'll bring our little rabbit. And then we'll add it here. So I just really like how this looks. So this one looks really nice. This one I am not sure yet. We can bring our friends that we were trying to use before. We need something that's looking towards the front, and then in that case I think we can just bring this one that we were planning to use before and put him in here just like that. And it's simpler, but I like it. And I'm not going to put a house. I was thinking of putting like a house underneath this, but it just does not, I can't make it, like it does not make a whole lot of sense in my brain, so I'm not going to even try it. And of course I forgot, no, I'm gonna add glue to the actual fence. Okay. And now we'll bring our bunny friend. And that one goes there, and now they have a bigger area to put a picture, which I didn't have on the other one. I kept thinking I wanted to use this, but I am not going to, and the reason is I just want something that mixes, that allows me to add some extra stuff, and that is not it. So I think I'm going to bring our previous friend, the cleaning squirrel, and because he's kind of like cleaning and doing that, and we can actually do something like this and add some extra stuff in here, and that looks like that works in my brain, right? Now that, although that's a great idea. And so let me see, I'm gonna add this one here. He's in the back, and remember I showed you, so I can just bring the gloves and put them there, put them somewhere anyways. So we'll see. I'll just start with, so I actually like these better. This is a cut, I cut this from the paper, but I like it better because it has some red in it, and so it pops out a little bit more. So I'm gonna add, you know, the plants in there, and then I'm just gonna bring the gloves, and I'm just gonna put him in there, and then he is going to be a little bit just kind of, nope, not there, because we need to get this guy inside. So what I meant to say is I'm gonna put the gloves there, and then he is gonna go in here. Yeah, in there. So because he's got a big tail, right? So we need to make sure that he fits inside. And so there's the big tail, we have that, and I hope I find it, because I know I had it somewhere. Of course I can't find it now. I had a cutout, but it got really messy in here, of course, logically. So I was hoping I could add this, but I guess it's just like that. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I can add this like that. So all the stuff just laying around, right? Kind of like me crafting, but it's planting. So that's what he's doing. So there we go. Okay, so now we have our second part of the mini album. Then they have a place for picture here. This goes on top here, and then we're going to add these to the front in there, and then we're just going to finish this up, add it, and then I know it's getting really late. I am sorry for that. I'll give you an idea of what I wanted to do and how this is going to end up looking, and that way we don't have to stay here so late. I guess this should have been more like a pre-recorded video, so you guys can like get across. So I'm gonna do this one like this. I think it's fine. Well, just because this one is on that side, I'm gonna keep it on the same side. Not ideal, but not what I wanted, but just kind of makes sense in my brain. So okay, so there it goes. And just like we did with the other one, guys, I'm just like really watching these. Okay. Hey Julie, how are you? Okay, so there we go. Now we still have this. I know, guys, it's gotten a little crazy. So this will look like this, then this will come here. And now you understand why I needed the 1/2 inch. This will come back here and this will come here. Okay, so that's where we're at. I am going to do something right now before I go any further, because I know it's going to be, I'm going to forget. And it's adding my ribbon, because we all know I always forget. So let's not. Okay, so it needs a little bit of, what be the word? Convincing is the word. There we go. So now you guys understand why I needed the extra inch. But again, if you're not going to put all the layers, then it probably would be fine. This is going to go here. So what I am going to do is, I don't know why I'm making the bow for. That's pretty dumb. That's me, guys. It's fine. I'm going to bring that 1/2 inch. Is it too big? This will be covered, so but I'm going to bring this one so that stays, and then we can use it whenever it's needed, the way we need it, without any concern. So I'm just going to bring a piece here, and I'm just centering this, and that way, guys, I don't forget my ribbon, which happens very often, and I think you know that. I always forget the ribbon. There's stuff that I always forget, and I try not to, but there it goes. Okay, so we're going to just center this and add it there, and then we'll add the front. So that's where we're at, guys. I know it's very long, so I have these here. So this piece specifically is going to go in here, and then we're going to build the front, which it looks like I didn't cut either. Oh, see, I had it cut. Anyways, no, that's the one that goes here. Just kidding. So this one is going to go here. It's going to be very simple because I want an area to write. I do want this one that says "Sprinkle with Love." I just love it. I don't know why. And this is what we're going to add in here. And I was telling you that I have all sorts of little clouds. So we're going to use the "Sprinkle with Love." And I am just going to add here just a little bit of it. We have a variety of colors in here, and I really think that I want this one here on the bottom so I can write something but more like there. And sorry, guys, I'm looking for another friend to add in here. I'm just not sure who I'm going to add. Oh, I know who. Isn't this the cutest friend? That's perfect. So I am just going to add him here, and then we'll add "Sprinkle with Love" there. Sorry, guys, trying to decide. Now, the color, there's too much Los Lagoon here, so I am thinking I want more like a reddish color. I am not sure what it's. I think we talk about Calypso Coral. I'm not going to risk it. That's too much of a contrast. Maybe we'll add Pecan Pie, right? I think it's probably a good color. So I'm going to bring the "Sprinkle with Love." I've not used this, so I always try them. Remember that, guys. And I'm just going to, that does not have enough. Let's see. There we go. I'm just going to put it right there. I don't even think it's straight, guys. Oh, it's straight. That's a miracle. And I am going, sorry guys about my reach there. This is looking really crazy in here. You guys have no clue. And I'm bringing my friend here. That does not work. So I'm bringing it here. Bottom line. And then that way I have an area here to write something and to, you know, make it something fun and just more like a, hey baby, hey people, so happy, you know, whatever. So I'm going to add this. This is the mat in here. And I'm bringing our little friend. And we're not going to finish because I really was thinking I was going to have some sort of miracle amount of time, which I obviously did not have. But I want to tell you what my thought process is for it. And I'll show it to you later when I finish it. Part of the problem is I get really excited when I have to make these gifts, and yeah, we all know. Okay, so there we go. We have our little mouse there. We have all our animals. This one has some extra area for another picture for the baby, an area here for the picture for the baby, and then a full area here for the picture for the baby. So we have quite a bit of, like, at least 3 pictures. This is going to go like this. Wait, did I mess it up? There we go. And then what I will do here is I'm going to use some other paper, and we're going to create some tags, bigger tags, a couple of them for pictures, and then others with the animals. Like that will look really cute, right? And then this one here, let me see, where am I making the mistake? There. This one here will just have area for the pictures for the baby. So I'm going to add something else here, just a little detail, and they can just put a picture for the baby here. This one I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but we'll see. So this is going to go like this, right? And then these will go here and in the front, and it does stay better once it's been sitting for a while. I don't know why this is so rebellious, but it is. So sorry guys, let me see. There we go. Okay, so what I had in mind here, I don't know if you guys remember when we did, probably a while back, we did use this big cloud as a, I think I cut it the wrong way, as a tree. So that was my hope. So my hope is, kind of so you guys have an idea, bringing these, color this. I was going to color this with you guys. This is the watercolor paper because all the images are watercolored. So I figured that would make sense. And then I had quote unquote made a tree, right? the trunk of the tree. So that would go there. This one will go here. We have some extra clouds that we can utilize. And then my thought is we're, use some of the animals, and I do have in here just letters that would say welcome baby, and that was the whole idea. But it's definitely late, and so I will finish this later and put it for you guys to see it. Now I do want to show you the other one that I made for my daughter, so you guys see one finished at least. Let me put this in here. And so I am using, this is from the Paper Pumpkin Kit for this month, and I saw this and I'm like, this is Blush and Bride, right? You tell me they're not. They're so similar. I couldn't put it with any other of her pinks. I still have some Blush and Bride because I really like that color, but this is kind of what this is going to look. So so attach here, and then we'll open it up. Sorry, this is not closed well. Okay, there we go. So it will look like this, and then you will open it, and I did use a variety of old papers with just whatever I had that had Blush and Bride, guys. And so this will open like this, and I just really like how this looks, just as simple. I love this. These little circles are from the Paper Pumpkin Kit. These flowers are from Happiness Abounds, and I just I just fussy cut them. And then so we open, and then we have these other variations. So I'm going to put some stuff in here, some birthday cards, so maybe a gift card, and then this opens this way. Sorry guys, and that's how this looks. Again, this is Happiness Abounds. I don't even remember how this is called. This was on when I was just starting, guys, and I don't even remember how it's called, but it has a happy birthday. And then these open up like that. And so, geez, it's hard to see. So let's see. So this is one. So I have the panel. You decorate this part. We did not have to do this in here that much. or we can do it actually if we wanted. I may do that, make a decoration, extra decoration in here for this. Let me show you. So cut a different piece and decorate. I did not think about that when I was doing it, and same in here, which is gonna look totally beautiful actually if you put like some other paper. Like I have still pieces of this one, so let me show you. So if I cut it and then this, I can put this one in here, it just looks so cute. So that is a really good option in this case. And then this belongs to the paper pumpkin kit. So, and this too, and I just put big hugs and love you and just cute, you know. And then I decided that I wanted to write in here, so this is that, and yeah, there it goes. It is, thank you, Carrie. Yes, it is a really good way to use your DSP, because and it is so this one is going to be more like a card. I like the idea of the mini album very much, but this one's going to be more like a little gift for my for one of my daughter's birthday. And so like that's, you know, kind of where we're at. I just think, again, I used just such a huge variety of things for this one. This one was last year, the year before. Again, just a big amount of things, a variety of things. But that's the beauty of Stampin' Up, right? Once you have a color scheme, you can just work with many other things that you have from before. So this one really, I really like how this looks, guys. It looks so beautiful. Like once you open it, because as you can tell in here, I was able to do what I was telling you. So I used only two pieces of, or two types of DSP. So this one and this one, right? And so like it kind of really matches so well, because then when you open it, like these, you can see it's the same DSP. I could not do that with that one because I ran out of it. So anyways, there you go. You have it. It looks cute. Oh, but then this is why, let me close it. This is why this needed to be, for me, because I put a lot of stuff in it, 1/2 inch instead of 1/4 inch, because you guys can see how tight it is. And although this is not finished, like this closes so much better, right? Oops. Uh-oh. That does not look good. I guess I'll have to like fix this, guys. This is not a good thing. I'll fix it when I have time. But let me show you. So like you put this in here, right? And then like that, and these fits well. I don't know what happened in there. That's all. Oh, so funny. But this now, this close well. It doesn't look like this much. Like this looks obviously like, oh, I needed more space, right? Obviously. So the 1/2 inch, that's why I did it. Now the advantage is you can use less layers, and then, you know, you can use just your 8 by 8, your 11 by 8.5 paper cardstock. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. This is very cute. I really like the colors, because this is a baby boy. I'm using these. I think it will be also like, it look great with like the Calypso coral. Like it has wild wheat and Calypso coral is the combination they have in here. So this one is the Calypso coral side. This one is very beautiful. I think this is Bevel Path or Early Espresso. I am not sure. But I really like that color combination. So here they are. So this one is very soft and I like it. So this will be great for girls. There's still another one, but I don't see it. Now, there is an extra one, and I want to say that this is probably Rich Raspberry. I don't know really which color is this. Like I told you guys, I've not read it. And this is very beautiful, but there's not a whole lot of these color in the images. So it's going to be a little harder to mix and match. So this one may, you know, we talked about our friend. not too much. So I don't know, like this really does not match a whole lot with that DSP. But we've had a lot of plaid stuff that we could use to create a more feminine card, right? Or a card for girls. So I did add together, you guys will probably see, this was an older one for Valentine's Day, but it has a little bit of, I think this is pretty pink, or pretty petal pink, pretty pink. And I want to say this one was Sweet Sorbet, but I put them in here because I figured they will kind of mix and match somehow. Now, see, if you use this one, see, this one does look good with that. So maybe it's that color. So that was, I'm pretty sure, was Sweet Sorbet. So again, lots of options to play with the stuff you already have, and just really, really cute. I am so glad you guys are liking it, and I am really sorry we're not able to end it and finish it completely, but I will post. So what I will do, just because it'll take me a little bit to finish it and then actually make the blog post, I will add the measurements down below here in a little bit, so you guys have the whole measurements. And while I'm talking and saying goodbye, I'm actually going to undo this because I don't know why. There it goes. Like, why did it move? I don't know. That's so weird. I just think, again, but just think about this. Like, if you have younger grandkids or younger kids, you can totally make this and like make something like a little book, and with learning books with numbers, for example, you know, 1, 2, big 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, like you can do a lot of that, like something like that, and it would just look really, really cute, like a little gift, again, for a birthday, or you, I mean, I'm thinking using these sweet, but if you use anything else, like this would be amazing for just a I don't know what happened here, guys, I'm not sure. But I, you know, just using, okay, let me fix this. Just using some more elegant paper or some more feminine paper. Also, it would be fun if you have like a card for somebody that's leaving for retirement or something like that. You can, you know, add a lot of stuff in here. That will be fun. So people have plenty areas to sign, or even like add pictures. That would be, I mean, those are just options, right? I just, like I said, I just have this new sort of nephew that was born at the end of December, and I just want to send them a little gift, you know, so that's why it ended up being. And of course, the whole the suite works perfectly well with that idea. So what I will do, like I was saying, I will add here those things that say, you know, picture here, so people know. I just hope I find them. I created some in the thing, but I don't know. It would be a great anniversary gift. Yeah, you know, or like if you have, I don't know, right? Kind of depends. Like if you have somebody that's getting married and you really want to make like a really big card. Okay, I am not sure why this is so rebellious. So I'm going to stick in here until these gets glued all the way. And this is folding well there, and it's folding well there. So I'm not sure why this is rebellious, guys. That's so funny. Look, it keeps bending. I don't know why. Okay, there's a lot of glue in there I just put, so I'm gonna grab it here and get there. Okay, so I'm sorry we didn't finish. I still even have to color the tree. I mean, lots of coloring to do still. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't color this, and it's because the paper, it's mostly paper watercolored, and so I just wanted to keep the same vibe. And so that, you see, that kind of really matches well with the vibe instead of using blends, I guess is what I'm trying to say, which is a miracle that I didn't use blends. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. I do really appreciate all your support. And then measurements will be in the description below. Once it's done, I'll link it to the blog post. But in the meantime, they are there and you have access to that. And I hope to see you next Tuesday. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. And if you're here watching the replay, the rest of your week. Also, please, if you like the video, please like and subscribe.